Hello class, teachers and receiving students. Hello, Mr. And how are you today?
We are very well, thank you. And how are you this morning?
I'm just fine and thank you. We shall be fine today in our lesson. Please be seated. Let's have a look at our last lesson. Right, types of energy. What are some types of energy? What are some types of energy? Let's see, our first hand up, Bagley. Thank you, our first hand up.
Kinetic energy. Kinetic.
Kinetic energy, thank you, Bagley. Is one type of energy. What is another form of other forms of energy? Ruthie?
Energy. Fire energy.
Yes, fire energy. What makes the fire? Ruth? What do you use to make fire?
Matchstick.
Matchstick. What's in the matchstick that makes the fire light?
Heat.
Heat. When you light, heat is there. When the flame burns, you feel the heat. So what is on the matchstick that when you strike, that matchstick's light?
Energy.
Energy. Thank you, Ruthie, for the answer. Anyone would like to help on to Ruthie's answer? Thank you, Michaelin. Would like to add on what Ruthie has said? Michaelin.
Nuclear energy.
A nuclear energy, that's one type of energy, is it? Thank you. Okay, we'll have the last one. Joshua.
Electrical energy.
Thank you, electrical energy. Okay, thank you. I know you have the answers there from given to your teachers, receiving students. There are some types of energy that we looked at. Some you have named, some light energy, heat energy, sound, electric energy, and chemical energy. Are a few types of energy. Teachers, we are still on the same strand. Energy in the home, same substrand using energy in the home. The outcome, 7.3.3, investigate how energy changes from one form to another. Our topic for today is many kinds of heat sources. So today we'll be looking at one type of energy, which is heat. And where does heat come from? Or what produces heat? Which things produce heat? Okay, I brought a cup with me, a drinking cup, some water in a kettle. Can someone come and, any volunteers? Sconti. Thank you, Sconti. Let some, not for you to drink. I'll hold the cup. You fill with your left hand. Left hand. Over. Left hand. Up. Top. Just above here. Twist your hand around. What did you feel? Tell the class.
Heat.
Heat. So what about the heat? Can you say anything? Can you add some more telling us about the heat? Where do you think the heat is from?
Hot water.
From the hot water. Very hot. Do not try that. Okay. Thank you, Sconti. How did that water become hot? Right, we boiled it. Using what? Somebody.
Fire.
Fire. Okay. Thank you. Isaac, what did I use to make the fire? Any guess? How do you think we can boil the water? What are some ways we can boil the water? Others? Okay. Daisy. Nancy, Daisy.
Burning.
What do we burn to boil our kettle, Nancy?
Stove.
A kerosene stove. Thank you. We use a kerosene stove. Clement.
Electric jug.
Very good. Those of you who have electricity, you will use an electric jug. What are some other ways? One more last way. If you were at home, Cullen.
Burning fire.
Burning fire. Using, Cullen?
Firewood.
Firewood. Good. Using woods. Our question, okay? We use, you mentioned burning fire. What is the source? Now, what did we use to give fire, to make fire, to give us heat? I'll give you 1 minute to discuss. All right. Do we have any answers? Thank you, Evelyn. Our very first hand up. Evelyn.
Matchstick.
Thank you, Evelyn. Matchstick. Any others? Cullen?
Gas lighter.
Gas lighter. Winnie?
Erection. Erection.
Come again?
Erection.
Erection. Oh, you mean friction. Right, friction. It is not. Okay. Again, friction. Okay, thank you, Winnie. Friction. Thank you, Winnie. Any other hands? Walter. Hey, we seem to have only boys. What about girls? Girls, are we sleepy today?
Kerosene.
Kerosene. Finally, we have Angeline.
Heat of the sun.
All right, thank you, Angeline. Heat of the sun. All right. Now let me have your attention. When we talk about heat sources, there are a few pictures. There are some pictures that I will be showing to you today. I would like you to have a look at these pictures carefully. You will be working in your groups. So this is your activity number 1. You will list down 3 situations or 3 activities that involves heat. You will list down 3 of the activities. I will show you some pictures. You may think of others that you normally do, see at home or around when you are moving about in your community. All right, here's the you got 3 minutes to discuss. Three minutes to discuss and list down 3 examples that you think involves heat. That involves heat. Just 3 that you think of. 3 things that involve heat. I will show it to you the pictures later. Good, some are finished. Your time is almost up. All right. Now, these two groups here. Okay, here are a few pictures that I would like you to see. You can take note of it quickly. One is boiling water. What are they using to boil the water? Maybe. You have one science equipment, which is a Bunsen burner. What does it use to burn? Next one. A candle. The next one. Campfire. Sometimes at night you make fire and you sit down. The next picture. Someone faced with sweat. Then we have the volcano lava. All right. This is your next activity that you will do. A last slide before you do the next. And I strike in maths. The second activity, with the three examples that you have written down, these two groups here, you'll give your three examples to this group here. This will give the three examples to your group. The other two will do the same. Give your first three examples to them, and you give yours to theirs. You two will change. Make sure you have recorded it down in your notebook too, the three examples. So you give your three, give your three. Next two groups, you may exchange your examples. Give examples to them and give examples to the other group. And you can change with them. This group you will also change with them. Just record down the examples. And then give the papers back. All right, I believe we have done that. Change our answers. Begley, Now you can answer our question. 3 examples. And the 3 examples that you have picked from your friend, from your next group. All right, listening to the examples. Listening to the examples that involve heat.
Heat is used for cooking food and boiling water. Kerosene stove used for cooking and boil water. Heat energy radiated from the fire can warm people up.
Are those for your group or together with your friends? All right, thank you, Begley. Right, if you have the same as Begley and their friends, good. But if you have others, that is also okay. That was for Begley and the group that they exchanged with. Okay, second part of the exercise. You record them, discuss about it with your group, and list down the source of each example. Let's do one example. Have a look at this table. You should have a table in your shoot. This table here. Sconti will give us an example. A situation that involves heat. Okay, Sconti, good?
Heat energy radiated from the fire.
Heat energy radiated from the fire. What do you use that heat for? What were you using the fire for? You are correct, but what did you use the fire for? When you made the fire, what did you make the fire to?
Warm up people or cook.
Okay, you made fire. Made fire for warmth, huh? So when you're cold, you make fire to keep yourself warm. What was the source of the fire? What did you use to make fire to give you heat?
Firewood.
Firewood. Very good, Sconti. Okay. An example like this, a situation and what provides the source to make fire to give you heat. We have 3 spaces before we finish. Any volunteers? I should pick. Thank you. Okay. 3 spaces there. 2 more. Okay. I'm ready. You let right. Get it. Short one. All right, Evelyn. Right, thank you to those 3 students who filled their scene. Let's have a look at what they have written. Second one is boiling water, heat of the stove. Okay. Boiling water using the stove. So when you use the stove, what do you use? You either use gas or electricity. Right. So if you use gas, you can use gas or electricity. Next one, iron for ironing clothes. Okay, we iron our clothes. Those of you who have iron at home to iron their clothes. Our source that we use that gives heat to the iron is electricity. All right, electricity. Electricity. Finally, we have electric jug for boiling water. The source that gives heat to the electric jug is electricity. All right. Thank you. Our summary. There are 2 points for our summary. Our summary point number 1. Summary point number 2. Our key phrase for today. Okay, heat. And we were looking at sources. So we look where heat came from. So our key phrase for today is sources of heat. Our next lesson, receiving teachers and students, is familiar heat and light source. These are the materials that you will need to use in your next lesson. Clear plastic bottle, aluminum foil, a thermometer, pair of scissors or a craft knife, and black paint. If you have that, you can construct that solar collector before the lesson. So teachers, if you have the criteria to construct the solar collector, you may do that before the next lesson. Have your students prepare that solar collector. With that, thank you students and receiving teachers, and thank you class. You're welcome to